Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo June 20th, 2022. With Mars in a behind-the-scenes sector of your solar chart, you often put more effort into renewal and recuperation. With today's moon at the top of your solar chart, you're more aware of the impact you make. This transit sensitizes you to your performance and what others may be thinking, and it's not easy to escape attention right now. Still, you're clearer in your value to others, and you readily take the lead on a matter. There are more people or one special person in your corner now. In fact, your personality shines, and others may especially enjoy being around you. You could be guiding or steering someone in the right direction by sharing helpful information or advice. Finding new or renewed ways to express yourself can be rewarding, and you certainly need to unwind and enjoy yourself. Today's planetary lineup is bringing you to a stage where you can feel relaxed about your relationship with someone close. Today there is a chance to deepen and cement the bond. If you are single, you may meet someone interesting, either associated with work or perhaps while waiting for your aromatherapy massage or latest Reiki treatment. You will both have plenty to discuss. How do you want to shine in your career? As a fixed earth sign, you like to stay within the means of your professional comfort zone. But as the moon enters the electric Aquarius today, you are encouraged to step off the beaten path and try something new. As you lean into your weird and wonderful professionalism, you may find something undeniably freeing in your career path that is worth committing to. Leaving the comfort zone could serve you professionally, such as leading to noteworthy, unique accomplishments that set you apart from other colleagues. Creating for its own sake is not really your cup of tea. You believe that anything you do should have a reason behind it, and this will be your rule for the day. As a Taurus, you may be asking yourself, what's the use of creating something with the sole purpose of expressing yourself? In general, you tend to consider the interests of the common good first, before your own. And you will certainly appreciate today more than, say, a Taurus. Family and friends feel especially drawn to you and are paying you a great deal of attention. If you've been intending to renew old friendships or resolve a dispute, but didn't know how to go about it, now is the best time to cast aside your misgivings and go ahead. You will be welcomed and forgiven, and glad that you took the first step. Your heart isn't safe, but that doesn't mean thieves are on the prowl. It just means it's incredibly hard for you to resist the urge to finally impulsively kiss that hottie. Aware of being able to get plenty of attention from admirers. Wherever you are, the looks you catch from others now and then are obvious and direct. Opportunities for romance are available, but don't overdo it. Be selective, for despite the many chances for romance, disappointment still causes heartache. You could be interested in improving your physical health. You might be in the mood to start a new exercise plan. You'll feel good if you increase your circulation and sweat out a few toxins. If you've been feeling tired or drained lately, you might benefit from adopting a new nutrition strategy. Try eating more fresh foods like fruits and vegetables to feel a nice energy lift. You can bet that this day will find you in the mood for companionship. But chances are, you will be spending time with someone special or in a small intimate group, if possible, rather than a large crowd. This vibration can really enhance your ability to connect on a deeper level, and to build strong bonds with those who matter most to you. Given your love of romance, this may be the perfect day for some love and passion, especially if it has been a while since you have spent this kind of time with a mate. The biggest problem that Venus has in her last weekend in Taurus, and as she works to cement your desires and expectations for the coming year, is that you and she might be on different pages. The problem is that you are setting your expectations based on what is possible now, but knowing that Mars will return in a few weeks to give you more than a fighting chance to turn desires into reality, Venus is raising the bar much higher. While you are setting your sights on what's possible now, your heart is wanting more because it knows that more is possible. As she spends her last weekend in Taurus, Venus, the planet of love, is looking to the future, though with a fresh perspective when it comes to what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Venus is on a mission to update your romantic and relationship expectations for the coming year, but it is just over the last few days that this is likely to have crystallized. Our eyes in the sky. The airy Aquarius moon is your offbeat emotional guide for the day, urging you to forget about what other people think about you and just be your true, authentic self. This is easier said than done, but you really should have an easier go of it with this authentic, unique, and yes, tad bit rebellious lunar energy backing you up. Some great things to do now are making new friendships with interesting people you wouldn't normally include in your friend group and breaking free from stale, old life routines that no longer meet your needs. Later in the day, a Moon-Mars sextile helps you attract playmates, possibly, but not necessarily, in the sexual sense, who match your strong independent spirit and desire to experiment and think outside the box. You can form a strong partnership with this person, but having fun in the moment doesn't mean it will last forever. The desire for intimacy is strong, but satisfaction isn't always guaranteed. Don't worry about relationships ending or falling apart. As long as you make the effort to get along with others, you can easily remedy any tense situations. Mercury is still in its retrograde shadow, which means that you'll have time to make amends and clear up any misunderstandings. Knowing this removes the pressure that you could be feeling. If you're aware of how to act, then you can certainly temper yourself to act in a more appropriate manner in your relationships. Before noon, the Aquarius moon trines the Gemini sun. Under this easygoing aspect, we attract the proper alliances, moving through the day feeling calm and confident. Stressors roll off our backs, and conflict fails to provoke us. We also remain relaxed and open-minded in our engagements. With both luminaries currently in social air signs, we are particularly oriented to sharing what is on our minds. However, we are not especially self-centered, which makes us receptive to different points of view. Following this aspect's perfection, the moon begins its void of course, lasting until the late afternoon. At this time, we should avoid starting new projects, thinking of ourselves in the information gathering stage instead. Mid-afternoon, Venus in Taurus squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, provoking relational tension. This transit can create difficulties in our intimate affairs, but it can also be a productive influence if used correctly. Primarily, this square enlightens us about the fact that something is not working as smoothly as it could be within our unions. Latent factors are prompting feelings of distance, detachment, or irritation within our partnerships. This is normal. When people with individual baggage seek to align their needs, some adjustment is required. Especially once we get past the honeymoon phase, we can neglect to put in the work to meet someone where they are. Instead, we wind up meeting them where they were, even though we are in the present. Try to have patience with loved ones now. Putting in some extra effort could be all that is required to get back on track.